Hello, everybody. How you doing? This is Mark Connors, and welcome to another exciting edition of Backstage Pass on this Tuesday, December 11th, 2012. Tonight, I've been promising you guys for a long time to bring this awesome band into the studio and do a interview with us, not about the ladies, but about the band. That's right, that's them. They're getting ready to kick your ass. Are you ready? Oh, shit. Here we go. Symbolic. Now, before we get going with the guys in Symbolic, I'm going to get them. They're actually coming to us live tonight from Vista, California tonight. I think that's where it's at. Anyway, they've got, I think it's their third CD out. I'm going to talk with the guys. We'll get all of the stuff down, all of the questions that I've been trying to figure out, you know, the vocals, who did this, who did that, what, who wrote, who, blah, 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 who produced it. Anyway, we're going to get to it tonight. It's a big deal. I've been, pushing this band here for probably, I think, like about a month now, and playing their music. Check that out. Another little track off their new CD, I think. And guys, you guys got to not forget about, for the for ladies only, No Man Allowed show, Rockstar Instructor, where I basically bitch out all of the amateurs and tell them that they suck and that they shouldn't waste our time and that they shouldn't be in professional bands or try to be in professional bands if they're not going to be professional. That's what Rockstar Instructor is all about. And then also, don't forget that I pick on a rock star once a week. I picked on Ted Nugent, called him out, called him a pussy. He still didn't freaking call me. I knew he wouldn't call me because he doesn't have the balls. See, the thing is, people don't know, I've known Ted Nugent since I was about 12 years old. So I can actually pick on him. He's picked on me before. I threw him out of my limousine in Denver. If you watch some of the other shows, you'll hear how that all happened. He was an asshole. I threw him out. So I call him an asshole on the radio, tried to get him to call us, and pull him out, but he's going to be a wimp. Anyway, tonight, Symbolic on Backstage Pass. All right, let's get these guys on the damn microphone here. Hey guys, are you guys all set up out there? Can you guys hear me yet?
Oh yeah.
You can?
Oh yeah.
Cool. How's it going? Who do I got here?
That's Bobby.
Bobby.
Scott.
Bobby and Scott? And
Steve.
Steve.
And Tom.
And Tom. Okay, Steve. Steve Ray. What is it? Pets?
Pots.
Pots. Oh, as in like pots. It's pot as in like, shame on you. Steve, as in Potts guitar.
Yeah.
Bobby Fernandez on bass guitar. Yep. Tom Wallace on the drums. Mm-hmm. And Scott Bruce on vocals.
See.
I also hear that Scott doubles as backup vocals, producer, engineer, spotlight guy, runs back and forth, sings his vocal parts, runs out there, moves the spotlight, runs back to the stage. He's a busy man.
This is all true, and I move all their gear for them as well.
That's what I was going to get to that too, but I didn't want to tell everybody that you were roadieing too.
Yeah. Well, being 10 years younger than the rest of the guys, they've most of them, with their backs and everything, they can't handle the extra weight. So LJ and I take care of all the heavy lifting.
All right, guys, somebody tell me about the new CD. I'm holding it up right now. I know you guys can't see it. Oh, you guys could probably see it in the other studio, but here we go. Symbolic. And guys, tell me about this new CD.
All right. What do you want to know?
Holy cow. Who is that?
That'll teach you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Tell us about how'd you come up with the name, first of all? Interesting.
Well, actually, Steve came up with the name. He had an idea to do this concept album and came up with the name and the whole story. So why don't we first give you Steve and he'll answer those questions.
Okay, Stevie, you badass freaking guitar player, dude. I'm telling you. You know what? My sponsors told me I needed to stop cursing.
You do.
Okay, bullshit.
Okay, sorry.
Bullshit. You rock, dude. You fucking rock, man. That's all there is to it. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay,
thanks.
One last time. Leave me alone. Okay.
Yeah, no more F-bombs.
No more F-bombs. Okay, Steve, tell us, how'd you come up with this name? And pronounce it for us so I don't screw it up. That's why I haven't said it yet.
Okay. X is a Z, so it's Zenotopia.
Zenotopia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, basically, the whole concept and the first song, which was Code Barrier, which is a song on the album, obviously.
Is that on the CD? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like this.
Is it this one right here? If you have headphones on over there, I don't know where you're. Did they give you some headphones over there, guys? Or
Let me
what?
see if I...
Would you give Steve some headphones, please? Thank you.
Okay, I got some head.
Oh. See, I told you it was going to be friggin' crazy tonight. he's getting head while he's doing the interview. For gosh sakes, dude. Okay, so you know, this is not a children's show, thank God. Okay, Steve, this is a badass song. Tell us about it.
Okay, this is Taken, first tune, and
it's called?
It's called Taken.
Taken. No, Taken.
Taken.
Okay.
Right.
It's Taken.
That's the California English coming out.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
So, yeah, this whole the concept behind this album, basically, in a nutshell, is missing people that you see, you know, on milk cartons and all that kind of stuff. They're not really missing. They get taken by. This is kind of goofy, okay, but they get taken by a higher power through this time vortex to this planet called Zenitopia, where Zenitober, which is another song off the CD, is a character, one of the main characters, in the fact that he takes the people's souls away and creates automatons to do his evil deeds, kind of thing, in creating this world for himself. So the idea of the missing people getting taken, which is the first song, to this world, and they go through. There's two main characters that are not really called. They're not really named within the concept. But you know, you got to read between the lines a little bit, and not everything is planned A to B to Z. So,
Steve, are you writing? Are you writing most of these songs?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're writing them at home, and then you bring them to the group and introduce them. And does Scott write the lyrics to these songs, or do you write the lyrics also, or what?
This particular album, I wrote the lyrics, and then Bobby wrote the lyrics to Eyes of Madness, which is the fourth song in.
Cool. Let's take a listen here real quick. I like that mix, buddy, man. I like that vocal mix. When we get Scott on the line here in a minute, I'm gonna praise him a little bit, man, because I'm really, really freaking happy about how that mix came out and everything. So, all right. So, Tom Wallace. I got something to talk with you about for sure. Let me turn that mic down before you barrel on that baby.
I didn't do it. Whatever's wrong.
So did somebody give Tom some headset there? Don't give him head. Please don't give him head. Just give him the freaking headset.
Let me lift the mic stand 8 inches. Steve was just on it. Okay.
Okay. So Tom Wallace.
Yes.
Explain to me now, when you guys first came into my studio, started rehearsing it, which I love having you guys here. Just you guys have been here for months and months, and by the way, you're rents due. Did you know that?
Yeah, in fact, one of us might have some of it.
I just okay, this show's over. I'll be back in a few minutes. Where are you guys at? You're in Vista, right? I'm coming over.
Yeah.
So anyway, no. You know, when you guys first came in here, you were starting on a new project, obviously, and you had that frigging click track going in my ear day after day after day. And you know, at first I was like, damn, that thing is friggin' loud and annoying as hell.
Yes.
But then I realized how important, because you know what? I've never any of my drummers never used a click track live. Not in the rehearsals, no.
Wow.
No, they literally would not, in the studio, of course, but you know, it just wasn't that, I wasn't used to it. And when I heard you doing it, I'm sitting there going, you know, of course I've seen it done. I've never heard it that loud though.
Well, we don't all have our own headsets or ear monitors or anything like that. So we just, when we're putting stuff together, we just run it through the PA so we can all hear it. It makes it a little easier than me trying to keep everyone on track or something like that. And the other thing is writing with it is really helpful as well, because a lot of different parts can have sort of a natural pocket. And if we learn them all in their own natural pocket, there's benefits to that, but there's also problems when it comes to hooking up transitions and stuff. So it's really helpful to kind of get it all right to a click and rehearse to a click, and of course the necessity of recording to a click.
Yeah. Here, take a listen to this and tell me how the hell you stay to a click on this. Watch all this shit.
Where you hear the snare coming down right now, that's where the click would be.
Yeah, I understand that.
We just play around that.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. That's my point exactly. Playing around that. Here, let me find how the hell you play around that.
A good one to do that too would be if you popped in Order of Balance. That one's a little weird.
What track is that?
I don't know the number on the CD. Order of Balance is like
10.
Try 10.
Let's try that. Because guys, this is I don't know how the hell this guy does it, to be honest with you. He's like,
no, that's memory trigger.
Where do I go, guys? Tell me where do I go?
If you look on the CD, there are titles.
Oh, do I have to have a title? Do I have to have a CD?
Then if you go to
hands?
the track,
you know what you're gonna want me to do?
Corresponding with that title,
you want me to turn on
all
all of my
song.
stage lights. That's what you want me to do. Damn it! See, now there's no cool. Look at that. Isn't that bitchin'?
Yeah.
Now you got me looking at the CD with no glass, and I had to admit now that I wear glasses. See, that's bullshit. Okay, so.
Yeah, there you go.
This is
now. Do you want me to count for you as well? That's going to get really bad.
No, honestly, Tom, I just want to praise you on this, buddy, because I've never seen anybody be able to play to a click track the way that this band does. I'm serious.
Cool, thank you.
You guys are badass on that, man. And now I started to appreciate it when I stuck the earplugs in my head. The click track was gone, and then when you guys would stop using the click track, I was like, this is badass.
Yeah. Suddenly we're tight and we're where we're supposed to be.
I'm just teasing you, man. I walked around for months going,
yeah.
It was great. Scotty, come up to the mic real quick here and tell me real quick, just before we move on, what's your favorite thing about Tom Wallace? Is it his? I want to know, because I've got a monitor on you guys. Up, if you look up in the corner, you can see I got a monitor, and there's a glare. And I'm trying to figure out where the hell the glare is coming from. You'll never believe where it's coming from.
Yeah, if you needed me to tell you my favorite thing or things about Tom Wallace, we'd probably have to do a whole separate interview on that.
Well, let's just right now just get to the glare. Why is there so much glare over there by his head?
Oh, see, that's just uncalled for. I told you there. He's an older guy. He's an older guy. He doesn't have his hair anymore.
Is that what it is?
But you know what though? He's doing it gracefully. He just shaved it off. He didn't do the whole, comb over thing.
I was gonna have one of the guys run over there and thump some what do they call it? Blush or whatever bass on his head. I was just kidding. Phenomenal drummer, bro. I love you, man. I'm sorry, just a phenomenal drummer.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
So
he's just an incredibly meticulous drummer. I've played with many, and I'd say of all the drummers I've had, he's definitely the most detail oriented, and he really puts his heart and soul into coming up with his parts. It's never. He's able to sit and hold the pocket when it's necessary for the song, but he's really, really, really always kind of striving to kind of go the extra mile to add some excitement to the rhythm of the song, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. Hey, Bruce, Scott, what is this song called right here?
Oh, Where is the Color of My Dreams?
Okay, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
While you were standing in the studio.
Yeah.
Now, I know you remember that. Every vocalist remembers walking up to the microphone, every project, for the first time, and you go, wow, okay, here I go. You breathe in, you breathe out, you do your thing, you're psyched out, you're ready to go. I want to know what was on your mind while you were singing that particular song right there. Can you fill us in on that?
Well, honestly, we kind of put that song together in the studio. Steve had worked up this acoustic thing and brought a lyric sheet down, and just with a basic vocal track, his idea of what he wanted, and we got the basic track done. and I just kind of thought it needed a little bit of spice, a little flavor to it, you know. So I had Daniel, the engineer. I said, well, you know, give me another track and let's see if we can come up with some harmony ideas for it. And we ended up with doing a 3-part harmony on all the choruses, which you don't really hear in metal very often, you know.
No. Let's take a short listen to this. Listen to those full vocals there, bro. Sounds good, man.
Yeah, you know, it's just like I said, you don't really get that 3-part harmony thing happening very often in metal, you know. And so when we do change gears and do something that's a little more acoustic, it kind of allows me to kind of get back into that, you know, Eagles kind of vibe, you know, or you know, they do a lot of 3-part stuff in country western music, and it's cool, you know.
I don't know shit about country music.
Yeah, right. I mean, I came up singing in choirs and stuff, so I'm used to that kind of 3-4-part vocal harmony. So it's nice to do that every once in a while.
Did you take lessons?
You know, I've never taken a formal lesson in my life. I started singing in the 7th grade in the school choir, and just started, you know, doing that, and then just did like the audition groups, you know, the ensemble choirs and such through junior high and high school, and then started singing metal when I turned 18 and got out of school. Said I'm gonna start doing what I want to do. So that's it. But I've never, you know, you hear a lot of vocalists, they really swear by you know, taking lessons, and I think that it's wonderful. And it's just a really individualized thing for everyone, you know. Some guys it really works for, and other guys. I heard an interview with Eddie Trunk that he and Ronnie James Dio were really tight, and people always ask me, you know, do you warm up before you sing? And you know, I do for a couple minutes, and there are vocalists out there that'll warm up for an hour or two before they go on stage.
I do.
Yeah, you know, and then there are other guys, and I mean, you know. And on the Mount Rushmore of vocalists, I mean, Ronnie James Dio is definitely on it, you know.
Definitely.
And you know, Eddie Trunk said that he was when Dio was doing the this last Sabbath tour before he passed away. He said that he would just sit in the back, you know, and he'd just kind of have a cup of tea and relax, and then the stage manager would come up and say, "Hey, Ronnie, you know, it's 5 minutes before your time to hit the stage." And Eddie Trunk said, "Well, let me get out of here so you can warm up." And Dio said, "Oh no, I'm good. He doesn't do a single warm up. He goes out on stage and does it. So it's an individual thing, you know.
Yeah.
Other guys like Graham Bonnet, I mean, they swear by doing vocal exercises every day for 2-3 hours. So,
yeah. Steve, I'd like for you to tell me, this is what now, your 3rd CD out with the band, correct?
This is actually the 3rd full length, and we did an EP prior to this one, so we've done 4 CDs total.
What's your message in these songs, bro? Since you're doing all the writing, actually, let me take a listen real quick, and then you tell me what's in the message of all this. Yeah.
You want to kick ass right here.
You're such a badass. What'd you say?
I said we want to kick some serious ass right there where that riff comes in.
Yeah, no kidding. And it does.
Then we go a little rush on you right there.
And I do hear that a little bit, which is a nice. This is the kind of crap I was talking about, trying to follow on a click track. Are you serious?
Well, yeah, because actually, even though that we're changing around the click. So the click is 100% stationary, and it's there all the way through this song. And we just play around it and find a way to bring ourselves in and out at different points, and just to make it sound different. And this particular song is one of the more progressive tunes on there, and you know, the objective behind this song, musically anyway, was to really take you on a journey, musical journey, and just, you know, kind of like traverse different kinds of chordings and structures, but yet there still be a definitive melody in the verses and choruses. So it's important for us to experiment with what we do.
Oh, of course. I hear that a lot in your group.
I mean, at this point, there's no one telling us what we should or should not do. So this is this is where the heart and soul comes into it. This is the passion that I think we all have for this kind of music, is to be a little different, and we still have all their main influences that you can hear throughout this CD, but it's definitely us, and I think it's definitely our brand of heavy metal, or progressive heavy metal.
So you're a big Rush fan, huh?
Yeah, I love Rush and Dream Theater and all the prog guys. Yes,
You're
to that,
you're a Michael Schenker fan too, aren't you?
big Michael Schenker fan.
Yes.
During the Scorpions, and of course then on his MSG days, the original ones, first 2-3 albums. Yeah, I mean, he was huge influence on me in the UK. He's very huge.
Let's take a listen to some of your guitar work here. Listen to those tones, man. Those are some nice tones there. What kind of guitar are you playing on this track, sir, bro?
I'm using a Gibson Flying V with EMG pickups, and a PV 5150, 6505, a PV 6505.
Which song do you like to play the lead on the most?
I dig this one. There's 2 solos in this. There's a real melodic one, and then it goes into kind of like a more, a more kind of rocking solo. But I love playing this because I can really put my heart into this, the slow part.
Tell me about all these strings. What made you come up with this, guys? I mean, you don't have strings. Do you use a track at the beginning of these tunes, like this tune live?
Yeah, we actually used this piece.
Cool.
And I was looking for a theme for this to start with, and also to end with. And although it starts and ends differently, it's the same theme. The band plays the very last track, Mechanical Dawn. We do this same theme with the whole band and not strings. At the start, it just needed that kind of epic kind of orchestration, which I just did at home with a keyboard and orchestra sound card.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And there's a lot of tracks, you know.
Oh yeah, you can tell. We're gonna take a listen real quick while Tom gets some headphones on real quick. I want to talk with him a little bit about Bobby. Nice stuff there. Hey, Tom, how you doing, bro?
All right, thanks.
Tom Wallace on the drums. Tom, you and Bobby Fernandez are pretty phenomenal together. I've sat and broken down. I've listened to the song so many times. First of all, because you guys rehearse in my studio, right above my head too.
You know him well enough to fill in for any of us?
Don't say anything, but yes.
Okay.
Anyway, but the thing is that, Bobby Fernandez has to be one hell of a bass guitar player to keep up with you, bro. And I've listened to these tracks so many times, and I know you guys know that I've been using them on my radio shows, actually on 4 different radio shows. You know about that, right?
I knew that you were using something off of Nevertime as an intro spot for one of your shows.
Yeah, did they tell you that I own it now?
That you own our song? If you kick down some money, we'd appreciate it. I need to pay out some hot dogs.
That's what I'm using the money for. Hey, man. Maybe we can go out in the corner, sell 2 of them, 3 of them, maybe, But anyway, so tell me, what's it like working with Bobby, and how did you find his ass in the first place? Because he's a rocker too. Everybody in this band just kicked ass.
Thanks, that's always nice to hear.
Except for me.
Well, you have to start at the bottom. You move all of our gear, and then we'll let you.
I
in.
am at the bottom. I can't get any lower than below you guys.
Actually, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, we play right over your head.
And I've begged you to let me move your gear 100 times, Tom. You won't let me touch your drums, bro. And I don't blame you.
Well, how we first met, I entered an ad, and Bobby. If you ask, how I met Bobby. Bobby is the one who placed the ad. So he and I spoke first, and it was just really easy talking to him. We discussed things, and I was definitely interested. And then
you discuss things. Hey, man, do you play for free?
yeah,
Because this is California, and we play for free, basically.
Yeah,
I
pay to
do,
play
dude.
almost in some, huh?
Really, I do. Let me in a bed, man.
But one of my favorite things about Bobby actually is just him as a person. Being in a band with him, working with him is extremely easy. He's always fun, always happy. It's just a great environment to be around him.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And
he's the only musician that I've given my key to my studio to.
yeah, and I noticed it wasn't any of the rest of us.
Well, you know what though? All right, let's listen to this song and forget that Tom said anything about other members having a key. Actually, guys, that was my statement of trust to the whole band.
Yeah, we got it. We actually really appreciate that.
Oh, heck yeah. You guys are fantastic. And, it's hard to find guys that work as hard as you guys do, man. You want to hear rehearsals? Come over to my studio sometime in California and listen to these guys rehearse. And I also mentioned on my show several times, too, that it's so funny. Some of the time, I could be literally in my radio studio, which is right below these guys, and not even know they're here until I hear this click. It's just a count. And then boom, shebang, shebang, the band's playing all of a sudden. And it's so nice to hear and see professionalism like you guys have, because you know what? I mean, don't take it personal, bro. But drummers are a pain in the ass. And a pain in the ear, and a pain in the brain. You know how some of those guys are, right? They get in the rehearsal room, and before you know it, the drummer is already tired. Before the song's even started, he's racked everybody's heads out. And I really respect the fact that you guys are so professional. And that's one of the reasons why I push your band also. But besides this fantastic song here, take a listen to this. What do you think of those vocals, Tommy boy?
Well, Scott's amazing. That was actually when Bobby and I were first speaking on the phone. One of the things that I chimed in on right away is the music was great, but also the vocals. Scott kind of reminded me on the disc that I had gotten. Sort of reminded me of a blend between like Bruce Dickinson and Graham Bonnet. It was just Graham has always been one of my favorite vocalists, and have the utmost respect for Bruce, and combining those two, and that vocal ability was just amazing. Mm-hmm. That song there that you're playing is Welcome to the Soulless World. It's got a real Sabbath vibe to it. We just love that.
Yeah, let's take
Bobby's just now paying me to give another compliment. Well, I'll try to work one in, but I need more money than that.
Yeah, tell him the rent's due. Let's take a listen a little bit more to this song.
Conscious no more as we fall, taken away.
All right, now Tom, I try to get into a little bit more stuff than most guys do when they do interviews. What kind of microphones do you like to use on your kick, your snare, hi-hat? Which ones? I don't fucking know.
Exactly, I'm a drummer, dude. I hit things with sticks. Can we have another question? I like hamburgers.
It is a technician, studio technician type of a question, but I know that some drummers like just go, hey.
And that's actually something I would do well to learn a little bit more about. Right now, though, what I've noticed is going into different studios that different engineers tend to use different mics.
And they also suggest different mics, too.
Yeah.
I've had it so many times. Well, I think your voice needs this. And I'd go, well, here's the microphone I've been using for the last 20 years, and I think it needs this. Because that's the one that makes me sound like a singer.
All I know is don't put a 57 in my bass drum.
Oh, God.
Just don't do that, okay?
No
if
kidding.
You start there, we are going to have problems.
Yeah, definitely. We all know that one. That's for sure. Oh, or a bass drum mic on the hi-hat. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah, cool. What's your favorite cymbals on that set, bro? And I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Obviously, when you listen to the music, you can tell he's got a big kit. I think he's got a couple kits, and I think he has more guitars than I do.
I have a lot of guitars. I don't know how many you do.
I got a lot.
Yeah, okay.
How many you got?
I have.
Come on, I got more. Come on, dude. Come on.
No,
come on. You're kicking shit.
39, damn it.
39?
I do believe I have 39 guitars.
Oh, you kicked my ass.
I win.
39.
I do.
I stopped at 17.
Oh, that's a shame. Why'd you do that?
Because, man, what the hell do I do? Look around the corner. Everywhere you are, man, there's guitars everywhere.
Yeah, the big benefactor of that is, or beneficiary of that would be Steve. He gets to play a lot of cool guitars that I'm sure he appreciates.
You know what? I'm gonna have to talk with Steve sometime because I don't know if Steve knows I have my own line of guitars of Mark Connor's signature series guitars that are custom built.
Nice.
In Idlewild. It would be really great if they taught me how to play it, but it looks really good in my hands on stage. I'm kidding, guys. I kind of play. All right. So, hey, Bobby.
Bobby.
So, we've got you paying off Tom for the good shit. You gave him a Snickers bar. I see you on the monitor, and I saw you give him a Snickers bar and tell him to say good shit about you. And he doesn't have to because I know you, and like everybody else does, I fell in love with you right away. Not in a gay way, just in a nice way. Just want to make sure we got that. You're married, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. All right, to a female, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're good. Just kidding. I met your beautiful wife. Okay. She is beautiful,
Yes, she is.
Okay. I'll be a good.
So who tells you being the bass player sucks? It doesn't.
Yeah,
Okay? So
right,
if you
right.
want to grow up and be a bass player,
You guys do it, what?
it works out okay.
What is it? You do it deeper? Or what's the saying go? Bass players do it
deeper and I don't know.
deeper with more rhythm or something. I don't know.
My good friend LJ says deeper and longer.
Where the hell does longer come in at?
I have no idea.
All right. Anyway, so talk to me. Talk to me about Tom Wallace.
Tom is extraordinary.
See, I nicknamed him Bam Bam Tom Wallace.
Well, actually, in the studio we recorded, our engineer noticed him as damn, that's a lot of cymbals. Oh, sorry, I had to.
It takes up half of your rehearsal room.
We don't talk about that.
I'll bet you do. You just don't want to.
No, usually we just laugh at load in because as I've gotten older, I've decided to modularize my stuff. Obviously, it's like
Hey, we need 2 trucks and the bus because Tom brought a few more cymbals. All right, so tell me about the deal working with this guy, because, bro, you have to be working your ass off to keep up with this guy.
oh, for sure. Well, him and Steve, it's probably the most funnest position for me, really, because if Steve's soloing, then Tom and I have to kind of come up with this palette that goes along with Steve's solo, where it doesn't sound like the kitchen sink fell out, or So we usually try to synchronize. Easy for me to say. Synchronize our solos and playing together. But
I saw steam come out of your mouth over the monitor.
I wish.
Was that steam or smoke?
No,
You guys aren't smoking pot in there, are you?
No, not me.
All right, cool.
No, it's been like, I think it was like, 99 at the Cult? I think that was the last time.
The last time you smoked marijuana?
Yeah, I think that was the last time I got stoned, I think.
What's
so.
the deal on the drugs with your band?
Nobody really does drugs. Steve and I are probably the only 2 that really drink. Some of us drink more than others, but we're good at it. So.
That's good. So it doesn't interfere with all the bull with the other stuff that's,
No, we some time ago we decided, or I know I did, it was just to the fact that the stuff was getting really interesting and technical, and probably drinking a 12-pack probably wasn't going to help out.
Yeah.
You want me to play what? Are you serious?
Can I hear that break again?
Well, that and
Yeah, I got it.
taking a leak every 20 minutes. I mean,
But I mean, you're challenged by this guy to keep up with him because the way you guys play is a lot like Rush in a lot of ways.
yeah. Well,
Very, very intricate.
We have to understand that Steve and I have known each other for a long time, and I won't give away our ages, but we've played together an awful lot, and with Steve and I, we can have a whole conversation with about 2 eye looks, and by now I know where he's going. If you want, if we're working on something, I got a good idea.
How about live? Do you guys improvise?
Well, we've had to occasionally, but for the most part.
I didn't say did you have to.
Well, we've been having this really fun thing. We've been loving to use this intro. So every show I bring a CD, which I fucking forget every time we leave. So there's probably like 10 clubs around
town. They
cursed
too, publicists and other people that got pissed at me. Did you hear that? He said fucking.
Oh, sorry.
All right, it's okay.
But anyway, so it's really cool when you're starting your intro, and it's all cued so Tom can come in. And they turn up the intro about, I don't know, 5 seconds into it. Oh. So we have no idea where we're at. Or actually, our favorite thing is to stop the song and the intro's still going.
Here's what you don't want to happen. Watch this. Ladies and gentlemen, Symbolic. Oh. If it doesn't happen like that, at least you could survive it.
Yeah. Well, I think we've all played live enough that.
I had a guy one time introduce me. I'm not kidding you. I was still in the dressing room, 2 stories, 2 stories down in my dressing room. He goes, "Oh, Mark Connors." I'm like, "Are you serious?" What happened to the?
Yeah. Hello,
Mr. Connors. 5 minutes.
Dave's not here. Yeah, but I mean, it's we've all played together pretty much, and I mean, you know, as good as any band is, you're gonna have those nights, and live things happen because it's a different atmosphere. You have people in front of you, and as much as you are a professional and you play music, you're also an entertainer. So little things happen. It happens all the time.
How long has the band been together now, Bobby?
Oh God, it's right now 4, coming up on 4 years with this lineup, and then, like I said, Steve and I have been together, and then Scott would be the next longest person working with us. And you know, lucky for us, we only had to adjust drummers once in the configuration we're working with now, which is awesome. But the coolest thing you're gonna never understand about this band is we can all tease each other, and nobody gets butt hurt or has to have change their panties, you know, because everybody knows it's just a good time when we all can laugh at each other, you know. And
well, that's cool. That's cool. And
well, you know, you gotta remember, band's like a marriage, right?
Yeah, most definitely. And you got 4 guys. Thank God, not 5 or 6 or 7 or 8.
No, I think we'd probably kill them.
Mike, in the country industry, you know how that is, man.
Yeah.
There's like 6, 7 guys.
You
in
need
a
that
band.
big bus for that many people. Is that
Yeah.
6 fiddle players?
Just one. It's just and one's enough. It's a headache. So anyway, but you know what? Real quick, I just want to ask you one more question,
Sure.
Bob. If you could describe your group in any manner whatsoever in a 30-second line, I'd like for you to describe your band, what it's like, who you are, what you try to project, and then I'd like to move on really quickly to another artist in the band and ask the same exact question. You can just come right up and let me know. So what do you guys got here? I'm going to hit a tune here real quick for you, though, to take a listen to. And then, Bobby, you can think about that real quick. Hold on one second here. You are watching Backstage Pass. I'm Mark Connors, your host, on this beautiful Tuesday, December 11th, 2012. We are in California right now, live with Symbolic. Oh, that is so cool. Listen to that sound. Good band. They don't know they're making me rich because I have this great intro. I'm using their music. And what they don't really know is, honestly, though, is that a lot of famous people have actually heard their music. They don't know about it because I've sent my show to a lot of people, and I use the tracks off of a couple of the CDs that the guys have given me. Thank you very much, guys, for doing that. It has,
no problem.
It really has enlightened, and it has made my show more attractive. It's got power to it. I can always find a song on there, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, is because I know that people relate to music in this manner. Also, I'm using it as a tool to set emotions in my shows.
Oh, totally. I would say that's something that confers with us, is we want to reach you emotionally.
Exactly.
We want to reach you on a progressive level.
Exactly.
We don't want you to be that, you know, I hate to use a coin of phrase, but unfortunately, a lot of people just zone in on one thing, and that's all they can hear. Whether
right.
it be Justin Bieber or whatever.
Justin Bieber?
Yeah, Justin Bieber, they don't listen to. We like to give you depth.
Can I
and
beat him
substance.
up?
You can if you like.
I'm just kidding. I don't want to. I just fantasize about it.
Well, you know what, Mark? Before we change subjects, there's some people we'd like to thank that really helped us out this year.
Really? Hold on one second.
Oh, okay.
And who might that be?
That would be Daniel Castleman and Tim Lambesis at Lambisa Studios, where we recorded Zenotopia. We'd like to thank Matt Hall from the Jumping Turtle, and Victor and Max down at Brick by Brick for being really, really good to us. And if you want to come see us live, we should have a lot of things coming up. As long as we get past December 21st, we ought to have a lot of things coming up for you next year.
Oh, man, I just paid my insurance. Are you kidding? Can I get a refund?
I don't know. I saw something that said if it wasn't for the Spaniards, the Mayans might have finished the calendar. So.
Okay. All right. What do you guys want to push right now? Anybody want to step up to the mic and
I'll hand off to
what do you
Scott.
want to push?
No?
Scotty?
Okay.
Beam me up. Scotty knows.
Yep.
Beam me up. All right, beam me up, Scotty. Scotty, what do you want to push? I know you're the sales rep of the band. You seem to be anyway. I know that Bobby's the big mouth.
Yeah, Bobby's really the talker of the band. for
Right,
sure.
he's the talker for sure. But you
Yeah.
seem to be the sales guy. So tell me.
I don't know if I'm the sales guy.
Well, let me.
I'm the realist. That's actually my nickname in the band. I'm the realist.
What do
so.
you want to push right now, bro? Anything you want to push?
You know what? I would just love everyone out there to get on the web and look us up. We've got our stuff online, and just take a listen. I think that you'd be real impressed with what we got going on the CD. It really came out amazing.
Yeah.
Our Daniel Castleman that Bobby mentioned is just a really incredible up and coming producer. And
Is he in the studio with you guys over there?
No, he's not here.
Oh.
He's not here. But
Those are bodyguards.
That's our bodyguard.
Okay.
Well, no, he's the one that helps me with the equipment too. We're the only guys that can lift.
I
up
thought that was a
anything.
baseball bat in his hand. It's a guitar.
He
Okay.
will mix it up if need be. So yeah, that's right. He's our pit bull.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You guys pulled up in like these 3 black Escalades and shit. I was like, dudes.
That's right. That's
Who do these
right.
guys think they are, man? They had a great CD out. Now they're rich.
But yeah,
Rent's going up.
Daniel did an amazing job. He's done a lot of work with As I Lay Dying and there Carnifex and some other local San Diego bands. But he was we had a really amazing time in the studio working together because he really is more into the hardcore scene. As an engineer / producer, so he hasn't really had a chance to work with a band that is a little bit more on the progressive edge, and so it was a really cool experience for all of us, to work with a guy that's got a little bit more of a modern touch about the way he approaches songs,
Yeah.
and then also to have him interject that kind of youthful outlook on our music, and then to have us be able to go in there and kind of show him, some more old school chops, I think it was a really cool experience for everyone.
Good mix, man. Everything went awesome.
It
in
really
bro.
did, and he's such a good engineer. I mean, he really is, and he mixed it too. He mixed it and mastered it.
He mastered it.
Yeah,
also?
he mastered it too.
Uh-huh.
I can't say enough amazing things about Daniel Castleman. He's just really
It's
really
actually,
awesome.
It's good too when you get the same guy to mix it and record it, mix it, and master it. If they can cover all 3,
Absolutely.
it's a great thing to pull down, man.
And when you work with a producer or engineer, I mean, it really is almost like having a 5th member of your band for 2 months. Because you have to trust them with your vision
stuff,
of how it's going to turn out.
Exactly.
And for him to kind of embrace our music and like I said, kind of interject his vision of what we had really helped us, I think, take a big step forward from our last couple of releases.
Everything sounds awesome. The drums, excellent mix on the kit. Everything blends together nice, and the rhythm section
Yeah, the
blends.
guitar
really nice
tone will
with the-
just kick you in the balls,
Oh,
won't it?
totally. I was really impressed with the whole CD. I was really glad to hear it come out the way it did. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight on Backstage Pass. I want to thank Steve Potts on guitar, Bobby Fernandez on bass guitar, Tommy Wallace on the drums, Tom Wallace on the drums, Bam Bam, and Scott Bruce on vocals.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. We appreciate it. Look us up on Facebook.
Right.
You can. It's just Facebook /Symbolic. And we've got a Reverb Nation page. You can check us out on www.reverbnation.com /symbolic and then the number 4.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just take a listen, man. I think you'll like what you hear.
How much are those CDs, bro?
You know what? They're anywhere between 10 and 12, depending on where you're at and if we're shipping them or if you're buying them online. You can buy them digitally on nimbit.com. Just look up Symbolic on Nimbit.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Cool.
NIMBIT. And we're linked up through your page too, Mark. So just have your listeners, anyone that's curious, just have them go through you, and they can get through us on Facebook.
I don't have any listeners.
Yeah, you do. I know you have at least one because I heard your interview the other night and the bat phone rang.
Yeah.
So I know you had. So unless your mom was calling in, I know you have at least
My
one.
girlfriend.
Oh, your girlfriend?
Just kidding.
But yeah, dude, check us out, on Facebook and that Nimbit page. You got sound clips from all the songs, and then 1 or 2 of them are full length, so you can actually hear an entire song put together. Pick it up.
Hey, Scott, Do you know about my coffee?
Yeah, I've been seeing it on Facebook quite a bit.
Did you buy some?
I haven't bought any yet, but I'm a coffee addict, so...
Well, what the hell?
I know, I'll have to do that.
You know what I think we should do, though?
What?
Honestly, guys, I'm not kidding you. Since I own the company, www.connorscoffee.com, hey, man, I'm going to take advantage of the advantage that I have Symbolic in my studio, and I'm going to play off their publicity. Hang on, listen to this. This is them, and this is me. Hi, Just kidding. I think we should have Symbolic coffee.
Symbolic coffee, huh? Well, you know what? Two of us in the band are completely sober, and you know what? I don't know.
That's why they drank coffee.
You know, when I gave up my other vices, caffeine seemed to just fill the bill for all the stuff that I lack with the liquor and the other stuff. So, I would definitely be down for doing some coffee hookups. You know.
Yeah, we would actually put your logo, your Symbolic logo, picture on the front of the package for you guys, and have Symbolic coffee. You guys can sell it at your shows and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's a new gimmick that I've started for myself. And you know what, guys, on the road, I sold lots of coffee, signing the bags and all that stuff and everything. Anyway, it's that summer. Hey, guys, it's Christmas time. The guys have been in the studio. I thank them so much. I don't know. Are you guys rehearsing tonight or something over there at the studio or what?
You know what? I don't know if the guys are gonna rehearse. I actually have a little bit of a health issue I'm dealing with, so I got a couple weeks where I'm probably going to have to lie low.
Your hair's not falling out, is it?
No, my hair is not falling out. Luckily, someone in the band still needs his hair, so I'll hang on to that.
I have some super glue, and Bobby, he's got plenty of hair.
Actually, the funny thing is, I'm the youngest guy in the band, and I got the most gray hair out of everyone in the band. So I don't know how. I don't know.
Singer.
It's Steve says it's because I worry too much. I say it's because I'm a realist. But,
All right, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be rehearsing here, and we got some gigs coming up.
Cool. What's up coming up? Yeah, let me fill me in on that.
Are we Bob? Are we definitely doing the 23rd? 23rd at Jumping Turtle. It's actually Bobby's birthday show. So all you local, Southern California people want to come out and buy Bobby a shot. We would prefer
Just
you do it
one.
after the set.
And you guys only have to buy him one.
Either beer or shots. He's an equal opportunity drinker, but we would prefer it's after the set, and that's the 23rd of February. And then we've got a couple other ones that we're working on that'll be here in Southern California, up in Vista, California, and then down in San Diego. All at
Christmas time.
We've got, let's just say, we've got the possibility of a rather large show that with a let's just call him a very major national act that we are in the process of negotiating. So we'll
you guys are not going to even share even a.
It rhymes with means like, but that's as much as I can say.
High beams light.
Yeah, it's a
High
big
beam lights?
it's a big if. It's a big if at this point. They've had some ups and downs the last year on their front, and there's some negotiation that needs to be done. But we're really hoping that we can get up there on stage with those guys. That would be bitchin'.
That'll be cool. And you know what? Hopefully you guys will let me know first so I can put it on my show.
We will.
Like I stole it from that other radio station that they thought they were going to get you guys on the air first.
We know you come first.
No, it wasn't that. It's just that. Yeah, thanks. All right, I'll okay, I'll go with that. Damn it! It wasn't that I said, "Oh, can I have a CD?" Oh, thank you for the CD, and I ran right into my studio and put it on the air before you even got to the interview.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
Yeah, that's right. Free speech, man. And I took advantage of it. All right, man. Thanks, guys. I want to thank you guys again. Symbolic out on my show here tonight, man. Backstage pass.
Hey, thank you for everything you do, too, Mark. We really appreciate it.
You're so very welcome. All right, man. We'll talk to you guys a little later on.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, guys. That was Symbolic on my show, and I am going to head out to dinner here now. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Backstage pass, live, broadcasted to you around the world. That's right. Don't you forget where you saw it first. Right here at Backstage Pass. Well, you guys all have a great evening and a good night.